So for those of you who didn't know, I am a day one Fallout 76 player. I mean, if you look behind me, you can even see the power armor helmet, T51 power armor helmet, that I spent basically my whole entire life freaking savings on as a teenager, just for the game to kind of be pretty booty cheeks on release. I guess it's no secret that the game was booty cheeks. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, when the game came out in 2018, for the first week of Fallout 76, I mean, it was a goated experience and it was so goddamn fun. I mean, like, there's so many videos on this channel of me playing with my mates and just exploring around Appalachia and what it had to offer in 2018. Whether this, was going through the starting of the game all the way to the end where we launched the nukes. But as I just said, going from the start of the game to the end. When you say the end, you're not supposed to say that when it comes to a multiplayer game. A great multiplayer game is a video game that can be, quite frankly, in my opinion, enjoyed for many, many years. Especially those elite MMOs such as a freaking World of Warcraft, bro. That shit's been going on for freaking like 40 years at this point. Like the Overwatches of the world, the Rainbow Six Sieges of the world, the Call of Duties of the world, if Call of Duty didn't pump out a freaking game every single goddamn year. But with Fallout 76 in 2018, you could basically complete the game in like a week and there was absolutely nothing to do. Like, I remember coming home from freaking school and I'd have a couple hours every night to play with the boys. We did that for a week and we were legitimately done. Because the game was so empty with no NPCs, no, I think, actual main quest line, which is really strange to say out loud, that the main quest line was pretty much following the Overseer of Vault 76's tracks and seeing where her journey, of course, followed. That was kind of the main freaking plot of the game, was moving around Appalachia, trying to find a chest of some woman who sounded like she needed a freaking cough lolly, and she's just yapping to you about her adventures through Appalachia. I mean, yeah, it was a really boring storyline, and if you ask me, I would probably rather shit on my hands and clap than have to play that shit again. But obviously, as the years went on, the game got updated. In 2020, we received the very highly anticipated Wastelanders update, which overall really, really modified the game and gave it an actual main quest line. Like, you actually got to meet the Overseer, and the whole entire Overseer story actually evolved and then span off into a direction where you would have two major factions of the Raiders and the Settlers, and it was basically your mission to actually help these factions out, decide which faction you wanted to align with, and of course progress the story with it. It was a great step forward, still wasn't enough. Like, it actually gave the game a purpose though and gave it a main storyline and, actually did pretty well. But as the years went on, Bethesda were hard at work. They were hard at work creating and curating DLCs for this game to the point where we get to now 2025, and I think officially say, as someone who has gotten back into Fallout 76 and played the game and explored a lot of what it has to actually offer, I can finally say that in 2025 we have a good Fallout game. And I'm quite confident to say it. I think Fallout 76 in 2025 from 2018 now is a good Fallout game. Is it a great Fallout game? No. Fallout 4 still shits on it every day of the week. Fallout 3 still shits on it every day of the week. Fallout New Vegas still shits on it every day of the week. But I'm not saying it's a great game. I'm saying that Fallout 76 is a pretty good game, to the point where I can turn on Fallout 76 right now in 2025 and I can find something to do. In 2018, the only thing you could really do is watch the grass grow and, you know, try and build at your camp, which would be highly glitched and would have a build limit that was like freaking 1 megabyte or some shit. And there were so many other things in 2018 that you're just like, oh my god, when you played in 2025, the quality of life improvements. Like, I think the DLC that they've added is all great. I mean, there's been so much DLC that they've added. Wastelanders, both of the Brotherhood of Steel updates, the Expeditions updates of the Pit and Atlantic City, as well as the Skyline Valley update. All of the above, like the updates and DLC have all been great. But something that people don't talk about enough is the quality of life improvements. I mean, when the game first came out, I'm pretty sure like the stash storage box that you have in your camp and around Appalachia had a capacity of like freaking 200 or some shit. Like, it was really, really bad. But now when you go and play it, I mean, it's well over the thousands, and you can fit a lot of stuff in your storage box without being constrained to having to constantly dump shit, constantly sell shit, constantly scrap stuff. It's a much different thing. It's a great quality of life improvement. But then you just even got so many other little things that no one talk about that is so different in 2018 from 2025, or in 2025 from 2018. Like the White Springs and the overall hub of the White Springs stores, you know, just at least there's a couple different things going on in them now. Like when you originally went in there, you had like a storage box, a weapons workbench, Tinker's workbench, all of that type of stuff. But as the updates have gone on and Bethesda have added more and more, like a scrap box or a legendary item vending machine, all that type of stuff, they've added so much more into them. And like I feel like if like I even remember right, like there were limits to what you could sell the Mr. Handy robots in the White Spring Refuge, and it just wasn't that good. But now over time they've evolved that and they've even changed that as well. Fallout 76 in 2018 overall though was a disaster. I think the first week was actually low-key peak gameplay. Like, I know everyone talks about the glitches and Todd Howard saying the game was 16 times the detail.
It allows us to have 16 times the detail and even view distant weather systems across the map.
Which obviously just wasn't true. You know, all of those things being said and done, and the server crashes, which I feel like people forget about. Even the freaking canvas bag, like, thing. If any of you guys remember the canvas bag controversy to do with Fallout 76, everything to do with the launch was pretty crappy. But overall, just being able to play with your friends and when the servers were going okay was a really cool experience. And there's some great moments that I have on the channel, which I often look back at as some of the most fondest memories of my life. That first week of Fallout 76 and the hype of playing it as a massive Fallout fan and getting to enjoy it with my friends. Again, it does kind of suck now that in 2025, though, most of my friends, like, have a life. They have a job, they have a girlfriend, they would rather watch an Abella Danger video or something like that than actually play Fallout 76 with me. But at the end of the day, what's so great about Fallout 76 is there's so much to do, whether that's multiplayer or single player, that a guy like me who doesn't have any friends who play Fallout 76, I can just hop on, and there's a ton of great main storyline content now for me to actually go and achieve. And they've even balanced out enemies and quests to the point where I can now go and play something like the Pit, and I can go and play the Pit by myself without having to be in a squad. I'm not completely overrun with enemies. I'm not constrained to not having my friends with me to help me out. But there's the kind of evenly balanced a lot of the game to the point where, you know, even enemies aren't really too much higher level than you. There's like a level balancing in it now, and they won't spawn 180 million enemies on you if it's just you playing the game. So there's a lot going on for Fallout 76 in 2025. It is so much different to 2018. And I just feel like, yeah, the DLC they've added, the improvement on all the glitches and the bugs, the quality of life improvements to the game overall, the single player content, all of the above has accumulated now to what I think is a pretty good game. And I'm very excited to see what the Burning Springs update is going to be like at the end of this, at the end of 2025 in December, and how that's going to evolve the game even more. Because as we've heard, this update is supposed to be the biggest one since the Wastelanders update. And every year we're supposed to be getting the biggest update now. Because the budget has improved since the Fallout show came out, and they've got over 100 people now working on this game. So again, I can quite confidently say that I believe Fallout 76 is a pretty good game now, and if you guys haven't gone and tried it, I highly recommend it because there's some decent stuff to do. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for all the latest gaming and movie content. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you guys think about Fallout 76? Have you guys played it in 2025, since 2018? All of the above. Do you remember when the game first came out and was kind of booty cheeks? Again, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Don't forget though to leave a like on this video. Go and subscribe to my sports channel, which will be linked down below. My Instagram, if you haven't given it a follow, also linked down below. But yeah, I guess I'll be seeing you guys next time. Goodbye.